Hey guys, Kev here, and I have the Launch 19 from Kershaw to show you. So this is a new model from Kershaw. They sent me this early to check out along with that Bel Air that I love. And I really like this knife as well. I haven't handled all of the Launch series, so I don't have a reference point for every one of them, but I have handled a few. The most recent one was a sheep's footy one. It was kind of similar to this. Maybe it was the 15 or the 14. I'm not sure. But it was a cool one. But I did notice on that one when I fired it, it would kind of bounce off and then not lock up all the way or have to re-engage. This one's super solid. I mean, it just fires. It doesn't have any lockup issues. Even if I hold the button and then let go, no issue at all. It does have a reversible clip, which is great. I carried it right-handed because I had the Bel Air in as well, and I was kind of carrying them both at the same time. So I would carry one right-handed, one left-handed. Now, this is in CPM 154. So that's not my favorite steel. I thought it was 154 CM for some reason, but I find that it doesn't have the best bite, or it's not as toothy, I guess. I don't know. I'm not an expert. It could just be the factory edge, but it cut cardboard really well for a little bit, and then it sort of started to just glide off of stuff. And I think that's, because of the steel. You probably just need to put a better edge on it, maybe a little bit of a steeper angle or something like that. I'm not positive. I'm not the expert, but maybe you could use a lower grit to get a toothier edge and go from there. But it did perform really well for me. I mean, I cut a lot of cardboard with it, and it did its job, and I enjoyed it. But it did tend to bind up the material over time. So that is the steel. I am going to quickly clean it up because I did obviously use it. I've cleaned it before, but then I did the cut testing, which you'll see at the end of this video. And so let me just clean it up. I use KPL Knife Shield for that. Right here, you can get that. There's a link down below to KPL. Use my code LeftyEDC. But basically, you just spray it on. It has two benefits. It'll just clean tape and gunk off of steel. It's amazing how well this works. Look at that. Completely clean now. So it'll clean tape and shit off of your blade. And then it also leaves a film, which you can wipe off if you want after. Just get some alcohol and wipe it off. Or you can leave it on there, and then it helps with rust prevention. So it has twofold benefits, but I prefer it, honestly, for cleaning. So a lot of people ask me about it for rust prevention, but for me, it's the best for cleaning because I don't want to sit there and scrub my knife in the sink and then, maybe get water in, and it's just a nightmare. So the construction on this is pretty cool. I mean, you have this screw back here, and then you have these two screws here, and that's for this, inlay thing, which is actually not an inlay. That's the scale in the back here. Interesting. And then you have the frame, and it's a clamshell construction, which is pretty wild. I think the design is really unique. I love their clips. They work really well. Just loop over, but they're not hideous budget clips. I think they look pretty cool, and they're slim and they're small and just nice. I think we're going to have a little bit of different hardware here. So we're going to have T6 right here and here, obviously. That looks like a T8. We're going to have T6 on the clip screws. And then back to these bigger screws there. And then you're going to have T6 here and here. And then we're probably going to go bigger again. So let's see. We'll go up to T8 here. See if that does us. Yep, T8 here, T8 here, and T8 here. So interesting setup there. I usually prefer a knife to have all one screw, but I've been a hypocrite myself with some of our Divo knives. So yeah, it's fine. It doesn't seem like it was necessary for any reason. They could have just made these T6s or hopefully made them all T8, but whatever. It works. It has a cool pivot. I like that geared pivot thing they're doing. The spring in here is bomb. I mean, it just fires out. It's not overwhelming, though, which is nice. It's a good balance because I can hold it however I like, right? That was really loose. Just hold it loose. And it'll jump a little bit, but it's not like trying to fly out of my hand like some knives, Protex. you know, you're like, and it wants to just run off with you, which is cool to, you know, have a strong spring. But honestly, this fires quick, reliably, and it doesn't feel uncomfortable or like you have to grip it to death to make sure it doesn't fly out. So I really like the spring on this. Some cool little details on here. You have this little area right here. Again, you have that inlay. You have this little pattern here. Just a lot of cool stuff going on with the design. The ergos, really comfortable in this back grip. Large glove size hand. This little flat right here helps a lot to lock you in. And then you have some jimping right here. But you can choke up into this choil, and now you have really good control of the blade. It's a really nice drop point blade. You got some belly there. And yeah, just a really versatile blade shape, right? Now, the choil is big, which I like, but it also means that you can get material caught. So, like, the way I grip it is I hold it like this. So I'm kind of choked back on the choil, right, pulling back this way, which leaves this part right here exposed. So when you go to cut, sometimes you get material that just goes right in there. Like, for example, I'm not going to actually cut this, but you go to cut this, and I need something that's stiff, but you go to cut it, and boom, you end up right there, right? So you have to just train yourself to kind of cut out. And I don't like that. I like being able to just drag through mindlessly. That's where the Bel Air really shined for me, was you had this flat up here you could choke up on, and then what happens is your finger right there is guiding it. So you guide your finger through the material, and you cannot get caught on that corner. So that's a cool feature, but technically I guess that's not a choil, so I don't know. But you can see that's a feature they have on both of these knives, is that little groove right there. And I don't know if that's for some kind of pinch gripping stuff. I don't think I would ever hold a knife like this, but not sure what it's for. It's just aesthetic, but it works. It does feel good here, maybe, because when you're gripping it, this portion kind of drops off, so your finger doesn't, I don't know, feels good though. I love the belt satin on here. How about that? Really nice to see them do that. I like that a lot. I've always liked ZT Kershaw's finishes. Let's see. We have an aluminum body, obviously. This back here is G10. You have this brown G10. I'm not sure what versions this will come in. Now, I was told the MSRP on this was $250, so I don't know what retail is. If I remember correctly, most of the launch series sells for around $99, right? Was it $100 or is it $200? I always thought it was $100. But anyway, I'll link what I can down below. I don't have an affiliate link or anything to Kershaw. They did supply this knife, so full disclosure, I did not pay for this. But I don't have an affiliate link or anything like that. If I can find it at any dealers I work with, I'll put that down below, of course. But I don't know the exact retail price, so don't get scared away by $250. You know, don't get scared away by that. I think it's going to end up being, you know, $150 or less, but I could be wrong. It's really cool. I love this big little standoff back here. I love this big standoff back here. And I like the two-tone blade. I just think it has a lot of cool things going on. I'm not the biggest out the side fan, but I do think that when you're gonna do it, having a reversible clip is nice. I don't need left-handed out the sides. Like ProTech does a lot of lefties. You don't need a lefty. You just need the clip to reverse, you know? Because the button is easy left-handed. There's no problem there. And I'm not in fear of like pressing it on accident while cutting or anything. So I think they do it right by doing it this way. I'll give you some size comparisons and stuff, and then you guys can check out the cutting footage. We have a pair of 3, lightweight here. So there's your pair of 3, and it is a little bit smaller than the Launch 19. I got a measuring tape we can compare it to. And let's see, we're talking 3 1/4 inches on the blade, 7.6 overall. We're talking handle height at maximum, I guess up here would be over half it, or inch and a quarter, 1.1 inches, something like that. Closed, you're looking at about the same, 1.3, 1.4 inches. Let's grab some knives you might know. We'll grab the Bel Air, Kershaw Bel Air. Absolute banger right there. A little bit smaller, Kaiser Veritas. It's going to be a little bit bigger, or it might be dead on. We'll see. Pretty damn close with that Veritas. The Sharp by Design Mini Evo. Also very, very close right there. The X-Mid from Richard Rogers. Nope, that one's a little bit smaller. Bastide Raccoon. Bastide Raccoon. It's close-ish. And the Dachshund from Bastide. That's pretty much dead on right there. So that gives you an idea anyway, if you're interested. Let me think. Anything else? I could give you the weight real quick. Let me grab a scale. I don't know why, but I decided to start including weight randomly for these last two videos. So just for reference, Spyderco Para 3 lightweight, 2.3. I think it was 2.4 last time I did it, so it's probably right on the, yeah, 2.4. And we have the Launch 19, 2.9, 3 ounces. Let's try it this way. 2.8, 2.8, 2.9. There you go. So very lightweight. Very lightweight. Yeah, feels great. Cool knife. Let me put this away. So, in conclusion, I would say I am not the biggest out the side fan, but objectively, this is a good knife. It's well made, well constructed, has a good spring, feels really, really good in hand, has a nice forward finger choil, comes with a good factory edge, nice finish on the blade, very cool details. The blade steel is not my favorite. It does end up feeling a little bit slick, I find, after a little bit of cutting. Now, it was quite a bit of cutting, but it wasn't like crazy. If you use this for work all day, you would have, you know, in maybe a quarter or half of a day, you would have got through what I cut. So for whatever that's worth, it's got a cool construction with clamshell, and I think the price will be right in the end. It's a good size, and it's cool, and it's USA made by Kershaw in their Tualatin, Oregon factory. So, there you go. Let me know what you guys think down below. Check out the cutting footage, and I love you guys. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you here. And I just want to do a little cutting with the Kershaw Launch 19. Really enjoying this guy. You would have seen my review on this, and yeah, it's another really sweet knife from Kershaw. Not the biggest out the side auto guy, but I think the price point and everything for what you get here, the ergonomics are fantastic. As a lefty, you know, you get the reversible clip, and you get the easy, you know, button deployment on it. I love the little handle design there, or inlay, onlay. But anyway, this is CPM 154, and I wanted to do a little cutting for you guys. So here's some cardboard, then we'll grab some rope. So this is double-walled cardboard, and I did cut quite a bit of cardboard with this. I mentioned that in my Bel Air video. Same thing here. Definitely used the Bel Air more, and this is still really sharp. So I might have cut like 10 or 20% of that cardboard with this versus 70 with that one. So let us see. Can't get a grip on the cardboard. Ugh. Wow. That was interesting. All right, hold on. Let's see if that was me, the angle, or what. Now I have a grip on the cardboard. Yeah, it's not biting quite as much. I think I'm catching that corner though, so let me choke up. There we go. Yeah, I think it's partially me and partially the knife. It's not quite ripping through the same way. Let me try a different angle. Sometimes which corner of the, angle of the cardboard you get, but nah. Just, that's interesting. All right, let's try the downward kind of cut, Yeah, see, that felt just as good as the Bel Air right there. This one has staples, so this is like extra wall. Gotta avoid the staples, Cap. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's butter. I don't know. We're gonna save this for the last knife I have here. But let me grab this. Let's just see if it was me or what's going on here. Yeah. I think it's a combination of me and the knife. I guess it could be a little thicker than that Bel Air, but yeah, maybe it just was dull. I thought it was still sharp, but maybe it's a little bit dull after all the cardboard. Let's check the rope out. Try to zoom in for this. And apologies, guys, this is not my forte, so I'm just trying to throw this in for a little added benefit. So for the rope, I just kind of, do this short as I can so I don't waste it all, and then it should just slice right through. Yeah. So, I don't know. I think it was technique probably then, right? Oh, did you see that one? Sorry. Damn, I suck at this. I don't know how these guys do it. They must have a front-facing camera. Ugh. Yeah, that took a little bit of effort if I take the Bel Air here. Which, out of the two, I would definitely recommend the Bel Air. Get it right here. Yeah, it's about the same. Might be a little slicier, but I think I'm overthinking it. I think I'm just a pussy. All right, so let's do some chopping and see how that does. Okay, now that is better. That is way better than the Bel Air. So let me show you. The Bel Air, it's not, I mean, it's good. It's not bad. It's not cutting necessarily right through, where this, in this kind of grip, you know what it is? It's probably the belly, right? It has that belly in there, so it can just zonk right through. So there you go. I mean, I think that shows you right there. Maybe cut testing is worth doing occasionally, because you can see what different blade shapes are better for. Like that was better for the cardboard, the thick cardboard. This is better for downward cuts through rope chopping and stuff, which is obvious. You guys all know that, but it's cool to show it. So anyway, that's the Launch 19. I really like it. I think it's a great offering from Kershaw. Probably my favorite of the Launch series. Just really comfortable in my hand. Works really well. CPM 154 or 154 CPM. Oh, it's CPM 154. My bad. So I actually like 154 CM better. I find it has better bite than CPM 154, which I feel like tends to have not as toothy of an edge. I'm not an expert, but I think I might have just proved that with the cardboard. So I don't know. Anyway, either way, it's a great knife for EDC. It definitely took care of cardboard with the fresh factory edge. I think if I just threw a new edge on here or had somebody do it, this thing would be money. So yeah, let me know what you think down below, and love you guys. Peace.